Happy February, everyone. You've probably seen me once or twice before on social media, maybe as Buddy the Elf, or maybe talking about my awesome daughter Allie playing softball, or at vet school in Granada, or maybe hanging out with my family and friends, or my awesome girlfriend Sarah on the beach. But today I come to you to talk about something very serious, and I need your help. The day after Christmas, my friend and my neighbor George took his own life. I wasn't here that day, I was in New Jersey. But when I came back, I was devastated to learn the news that George was in such a dark place that he felt that he had no other option but to take his own life. Our healthcare system failed George, and it was devastating to me that he felt that that was his only choice because he was in such a dark place and he was so depressed. I prayed a lot after I received that news and over the coming days and weeks and up to today, and I decided that I would dedicate February, the month of my birthday, on February 20th is my birthday, I would dedicate the month of February toward mental health awareness. As I have other friends and family members who have struggled or continue to struggle with issues such as depression, anxiety, and other issues that are related to mental health, I no longer want to stand by silently and allow this to continue. Our government, our communities continue to not take mental health serious enough as we take other diseases. We need to now stand up and demand that mental health awareness is in the forefront of our communities and our government. We need to have the funding, we need to have the resources to make sure no one goes through a situation where they're in such a dark place and they don't have the resources and they don't have the help that they need to take the next step to continue their journey in life. Being in that dark spot where you feel like you're helpless, and even though you may have friends and family members that are rooting for you and that are there for you, you need more than that. You need professional help. And some people don't have the financial resources. Some people have the stigma of mental health that they feel they have to pull up their own bootstraps, which is just completely ridiculous. Mental health affects all of us. If it's not depression or anxiety, it might be you're dealing with financial concerns. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe it's our veterans who are dealing with PTSD. Maybe you're a victim of racism or violence or sexual abuse, or some other sort of hatred that goes on in this world. And that's forced you into a situation where you're dealing with some sort of depression or other mental issue. Maybe it's a situation where you're faced with a loss of a family member, a death in the family. Or maybe it's terminal illness or some other health-related problem, or maybe it's a divorce. The list goes on of things in our lives through our journey in life that cause us problems, that bring us into a dark place where we need help. And it's time that we take that stigma away from mental health and we start having that conversation and we start openly talking about it and we make it part of the conversation and we make it an acceptable conversation where people can stand up and say, I need help. My life matters. So what I'm asking you to do today is one of two things. The first thing is to share the conversation. Share this story, the one that I'm talking about now. Share your story. Share the stories about people that you love and that you care for. The second thing is there's an organization that I'm raising money for in my community, which is called The Beaches, and it's called True North. True North is a part of an organization called Seven North. And True North is a entity of Seven North that exists to alleviate the suffering of mental illness in our community called The Beaches and beyond through faith communities. It's just beginning, True North, and I'm going to be raising money to try to help launch True North to make sure that people like George never find themselves in a position that they're in such a dark place that they can't get help so they can continue their journey of life. So on Facebook, I'll be posting the information so you can make a donation to True North to help people in my community take that step to help others so they never have to go through that dark place again. And the last thing I ask of you is through the month of February is to just try to make a difference in the lives of other people, family, friends, colleagues, or just an ordinary person that you deal with every day. Maybe when you walk into the grocery store and somebody's helping bag your groceries, just tell them, have a great day. Thank you for what you're doing. When you're at the gas station, when you're walking down the street, on the beach, wherever you may be, just try to impact somebody's life to say thank you. How are you doing today? I appreciate what you're doing. Whatever that might be, you may change the course of that person's journey, and that might be the little bit of a difference that takes them out of that dark place just for a moment, and it changed their path and gives them hope. I know personally how people have helped me through my journey in life, and it matters. We need to continue to let people know those three important words: your life matters. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. Please make a donation towards helping me raise money for True North, and continue to make sure the conversation about mental health awareness becomes a real conversation, and that we take the stigma away from mental health and we put it on the forefront of the conversation. God bless all of you, and thank you again for listening to my conversation. Thank you.